Well, in Top Topic, we take a look at one of the stories making headlines here in China over the past 24 hours. And today's topic deals with the high price of living in Beijing. Now, according to various media reports, in the past 2 years, Beijing's high rents, rising property prices, and property and value purchase restrictions for those without permanent residence has led many migrants, including young college graduates, to turn away from the capital. According to figures recently published by Beijing Statistics Bureau, the city had 8.25 million registered temporary residents in 2011, which is 600,000 fewer than in 2010. The statistics report is based on the data from the local police, who count the number of temporary residence permits issued. However, according to Professor Li Jiehua, who works with the Population Institute of Peking University, due to the fact that many migrants don't apply for the permit, these report figures aren't reliable. Such a sharp drop in migrants is very rare in Beijing, despite the fact that the number of temporary residents in the city has been declining in recent years. Now, this is coming to us from Renmin University's Professor Wang Qi. He also added that after Beijing underwent economic restructuring, its economic growth slowed and the demand for migrant workers decreased. On the other hand, the economic downturn resulted in a loss of wages, which, along with the rising living costs in the city, compelled some migrants to leave altogether. Now, the report goes on to say that starting in 2010, the quota for new permanent residents has been shrinking under the city's population control policy. Even migrants with a college degree aren't guaranteed permanent residence in the city. Back in January of 2011, the municipal government urged to wipe out all businesses which did not coincide with the city's functional identification as the capital of the world's second-largest economy by imposing more conditions in applications for licenses, which involved 17 business sectors, 300,000 business operators, and 1 million migrants. Now, the policy also suffered opposition from various departments before it was carried out. Zhao Lei, who serves as the vice director of the Beijing Development and Reforming Office, rejected the measure, saying that population control is never meant to edge out an industry or the people involved in it. Back on February 1st, 2011, the Ministry of Housing and Urban Rural Development issued a regulation that forbid the renting out of basements. Later on August 24th of that same year, the Beijing municipal government issued a bylaw in line with the regulation. Also in 2011, Wang Yongxin, who is the head of the Beijing Air Defense and Disaster Prevention Bureau, vowed to clear out migrants living in the underground air defense shelters. The campaign will expel nearly 1 million tenants out of basements. On May 9th of this year, the Beijing government issued another regulation, this time requiring that rental housing area per capita shall not be less than 5 square meters, and each apartment room shall accommodate 2 people at most, which will edge out more tenants living in apartments with additional or subdivisions. Now, the decrease in immigrants will continue in subsequent years if nothing unexpected occurs. Now, this is coming to us from the well-known online commentator Wu Yue Sanren. He also wrote in a recent article, as the economic situation in the future is not optimistic, people's impulse to escape from the city will continue to rise. Well, we actually took a poll from people asking them why they decided to live in Beijing, and 13% of the people polled said that I earn more money here than I do back in my hometown. 12% of the people polled said that I love the city. 37% of the people polled said that they're already used to life here in Beijing. 13% of the people polled said that they don't know why they're in Beijing and they might leave soon. And 25% of the people polled said that Beijing is now my home and I'm not going to go anywhere else. So it appears as though the opinions about living in Beijing are pretty varied. Well, hopefully Beijing city authorities will be able to do more in order to attract more people to the city. While you're watching Media Watch on BON, coming up, we take a look at the day's name in the news.